Hey love, so this video is going to be a little bit different than my other videos, and I've been thinking about it for a really long time, especially during my YouTube hiatus. So I figure this video is going to be a couple different things. One is going to be kind of an explainer for my hiatus from YouTube, as well as the beginning of my, I guess, the new kind of content that I want to bring to you. This is raw. I guess it's gonna be pretty much not edited. As you guys can see, I have bare face on right now, and I actually feel more comfortable. So that kind of brings me right into what I'm gonna be talking about. And I guess the main thing is it's sort of self-care. I'm just gonna call it being yourself. And the difficulties behind doing that, or figuring out what that even is. So as you guys can probably tell from the title, I'm also talking about depression and the fact that, you know, it's real and it can be a thing for you, and maybe it is a thing for you right now and you don't even know. That's pretty much what was going on with me during my break from YouTube. So really I just want to talk about society and, you know, how it's so overexposed and how it's sort of like a world of validation that we live in right now. And it's not validation, you know, validation from family members or loved ones or feeling proud of yourself. That kind of validation can go a long way and is so healthy, but it's not based off of that. It's social validation based on social media, on how many likes you get, on the quality of your photos, the amount of engagement or interaction you get, what sort of life it looks like you're living, what sort of life it looks like, you know, she has or he has is something that I want. And that sort of mentality is, I feel like it's so ingrained into our society now that people don't even realize it anymore. And that's sort of what was going on with me. I wasn't aware of how much I was being affected by a lot of that social validation. You know, being on YouTube is something I do as a hobby, and it's something I do as a passion, and it's sort of in the nature of the sort of work that it is, it's based on validation and subscribers and views and all of that. And I absolutely love doing YouTube, but the society we live in is either, I don't know if it's too focused on what everyone else thinks about you, or too focused on even creating a life that others might perceive a certain way. And I know that it's maybe not something that everyone experiences or addresses, but I've spent some time talking to a lot of friends about this, and it's a real issue for a lot of people. And I found that I'm not alone. And because I'm not alone in this, I wanted to share it with you all, because anyone can learn or be affected by someone else's experience. And then another one of the YouTube subscribers that I've watched for a while, Alyssa Forever, she just posted a video about her experience, and oh my god, so much of her experience rang true for me, and it hit home so hard that I just had to share with you guys. So if you haven't seen that video, feel free to check it out if you need any more context. But essentially she talked about how she wanted to do well on YouTube, and she wanted to put out content she loved, but she didn't feel very good about what she was putting out, or she wasn't feeling really happy or excited about herself or her image or her channel or the work she did. And that's something that I experienced last year. I think I had kind of like an overexposure to like overstimulated lifestyle with grad school and working a job and teaching classes and planning a wedding and moving and changing my life, and all my friend circles changing, and just my entire life changing. I think that really brought to the surface a lot of the areas of my life that I wasn't grounded in, like myself, my sense of self, my sense of security, my peace or my joy. These are all things that honestly before last fall, I don't think I could have pinpointed and been specific about to explain or describe to someone what that felt like or what that was for me. If I might have told you before what my sense of self was, I might have said that I was a writer, or I'm married, or I'm into this, or I'm into that, to describe hobbies or describe interests. But that's not what I mean by that. I mean like a sense of self, a sense of being, and not even confidence, because confidence can be acquired over a while, but even just being secure in yourself. And I feel like this is something that I knew was an issue, but I didn't want to address it. And for the most part, it was because it seemed like it was a thing that everyone sort of also experienced. Like, oh, I want to change my wardrobe. I see these people on Instagram and they have an amazing wardrobe, and so I want to change my wardrobe and I want it to be better. The thought, the place that it comes from might be a good place, like I want to improve on myself, but it can come with some effects that you might not even be aware of, like the fact that you're comparing yourself to someone else, or the fact that, I was seeing other people's lives and seeing how amazing it looked, and then looking at my life and then pointing out the areas where it wasn't like that. And that's not, I don't think that that's what it should be for, which is such a an automated response. It's instinctual. I feel like it's so quick, it's subconscious. And I, ended up deleting social media, getting it back, deleting social media, getting it back, and it looks ridiculous and sounds ridiculous, and I wasn't even sure why I was doing that, but I think it was just a response to this like overstimulus of receiving information about other people's lives. If it's not affecting you, it's not affecting you, but that doesn't mean that it's not affecting someone else. And the person who it's affecting, in this case it was me, needs to learn how to become aware of that, to distance yourself sometimes. I mean, it's not the person who's posting about their, perfect life. It's not their fault if people receive it a certain way, but that's what I mean by being like having a sense of self. Like if you don't really know yourself or know what you might be affected by, you might not even be aware that you're affected. And that is what was going on with me. I kind of convinced myself that I wasn't affected, that it was inspiration or goals or improvements, like things that I aspired to have in my life, like a fit lifestyle, or a beautiful, a beautiful home, a beautiful wardrobe, or a beautiful hair, get your makeup right. All that stuff I convinced myself was because I wanted to improve on myself. But really, I think it was because I was receiving that information from other people all the time, just by swiping and scrolling and all that, and it didn't come from within. I had no idea really what came from within. I didn't even enjoy writing anymore after a while. I didn't enjoy writing. I didn't enjoy YouTube. I didn't enjoy a lot of the things that I thought I enjoyed. And I think that's because I was doing a lot of things that I didn't enjoy. Like I was doing things that seemed like they were right, or things that seemed like they were what people should be doing, like being on the scene, or, looking right, like making sure you're all done up. It sounds ridiculous, but at the time, it was something I wanted. It wasn't like I dreaded it. I wanted it, but I wanted it for all the wrong reasons. And I convinced myself that I wasn't able to go on YouTube unless I had my makeup done, my hair was right, which is why for this video I'm showing you guys, like, this is my bare face. I literally just put coconut oil on my face just now and came in front of the camera and was like, you know what? I remember when I started my YouTube channel, and I started it because I loved sharing things with people. And I loved talking, and I loved my subscribers, and I think it sort of became a chore for me because I felt like I had to be at a certain standard, or I'd see certain channels growing and then my channel wasn't growing as much, and then I'd feel a certain way about my content. Like this world of comparison that we live in is like so crazy. Like it feels like I'm like oversaturated with a lot of it, and I don't know, like I know that for me personally I can distance myself from it, but I think I had to also just reach within, and like while blocking out the external stimuli, I had to just like meditate on myself and remember who I was which took a long time. Like, it was a process and it was months, and I'm in such a better place now, which is why I'm really, really excited to get these kinds of videos to you all, which I don't even know what to call it, but I want to talk about inspiration, joy, peace, how to be confident, how to be yourself. I don't know that that's, you know, a popular topic or content for YouTube, but it's something that's really important to me that I find in a lot of my comments. Like, I find people saying, like, I really want to chop my hair, but I don't like that people are gonna stare at me, or I'm gonna have short hair, I'll look like a boy. Like, just certain things that I feel the underlying theme is like sense of self or sense of security, and I gained so much of that through my natural hair journey, and I want to just bring you guys inspirational videos, for lack of a better word, but there will be a better word, and soon, because it's so important to me, and I want to share it with you guys because I know that it can affect or help someone out there. It took me a long time to get out of that area of my life, and I will get into much more detail for you guys in other videos because I know this one's getting long. But essentially, I was pretty depressed and things weren't going right for me, like in my career, and I was in a job that was like quite literally sucking the life out of me, and on top of that, you know, overexerting myself and this constant stimuli and comparison that I didn't even realize I was doing on a not daily basis, but like more than once a day. I scroll on Instagram and I would stop in each photo and I'd look and I'd be like, oh my god, that's amazing, that's how I want this, or I want that, or how awesome if I can get that swimsuit for the summer, or I want to go to these places, that looks awesome, or oh, they're so secure with their life and their lifestyle, and they're sharing all these different pieces about their life and the healthy eating and whatnot, and I want that too. Like, and it sounds like it can start off really, really innocent, and then it can really just get carried away if you don't have a good sense of self. And I almost felt immature or childish when I realized I don't know enough about myself to securely and confidently say things myself and reject certain stimuli and understand that that's not me. I didn't have that, and it's because of a lot of the things that I went through. I have very competitive schools and very high standards for myself that I place on myself and that I grew up with. So high standards can be a good thing, but too high standards can be a bad thing. I mean, you don't want to overshoot. You don't want to overreach because you'll be always falling short. And like, you might not realize how that makes you feel until it's affected you too much. So I've experienced a lot of this in the past year, and I have a lot of like tips and things to share with you all, but also it's a journey. Like, I am nowhere near like where I know I need to be, and it's a growth journey that I want to share with you all and I want to invite you all into, and I hope to just inspire or affect or help someone out there. That's all I hope for. And I'm really happy that I got this video to you guys. Like, I was very nervous about it, but there's more to come, and I can't wait to just upload this and see what you guys think. And I hope this is something that you guys can resonate with and relate to. Not in the bad way. I don't hope that you're going through anything terrible, but I hope that it's something, I hope I'm able to reach someone. And I want to know if you guys want to see this. So comment below your thoughts. And it's kind of like, you know, just videos about joy, peace, inspiration, or depression, or sense of self, or security, or confidence. Just like all those videos are a whole like plethora of videos that are all kind of in a blanket of inspiration that I want to add to my channel, but I also want it to be the lens through which you view my channel. I want you guys to know that I will come on here and I will style my hair even if it doesn't come out perfect. Or I will come on here and I will do my makeup tutorials even if my makeup isn't even that great. Or I'm gonna come on here and tell you guys about depression and tell you guys about how it really sucks and how it can be a seasonal thing, it can be a temporary thing, it can be a situational thing, and it's not anything to be ashamed of, and it's something that I want to be able to reach someone about. So thanks for tuning in, y'all, and I will see you guys in my next video.